Hi friends, welcome to Xcode tutorial. My name is Hussein. So now we are going to familiarize the Xcode basics. Okay, so let's start with the first application in your Xcode. So let's open the Xcode software. Okay, so in this I'm using the latest version of Xcode, that is Xcode version 9.1. This is the latest version. I always recommend you to start with the latest version of software tools so that you can take advantage of all the new features. Okay, so now we are going to start with the new Xcode project. So just click on create new Xcode project. Okay, so here you can see that this is the first window that you will get whenever you click on Xcode project creation. There is single view app, games, augmented reality, document, master, detail app. If you have more contents that you have to provide in the app, page-based application, and so many message to the message app also. Also, you can see the framework. Also, we will discuss it later on in the coming videos. So I always recommend to start with single view application, because we in this we are only going to use the very few features. So if you select the augmented reality and sticker pack application, there will be a lot of other advanced features that we are not going to use in this project. So it may confusing for you. So just start with our simple templates. So I prefer to start with single view app. Okay, just click on it and click next. So this is the next window that you can see while you are creating new Xcode project. That's the product name, that is your project name. So let's start with, since this is our first application, I am just want to name it as first app my first iOS app. Okay, my first iOS app. So here, this is the name that I gave to my application name. So team is none, organization name, this is the name of your organization, so I gave it WordPress. uh, okay, your organization name, any kind of organization name that you can provide it. So I always I provide ABC. Okay, so this is the organization identifier. So organization identifier is nothing but it's an identifier used to find the package in the Apple iStore. If you publish this application, all this application will be can be identified using this identifier. So you can see that the form of the identifier is a little bit like a domain name, right? abc.com. So it is like a reverse domain name format, that is .com is here and the name is here. So my organization name is abcd, so it is abcd.com. So I'm writing in the reverse order, com.abcd. This is the reverse domain uh, format. So next is the language. So you can, this is the identifier of your application. Okay, so next is the language. So we are in all the tutorials I am trying to use the Swift, so I always use Swift. You can see other languages as Objective C, but since the Swift is the latest language that Apple support, so for the iOS application development we prefer Swift language. Okay, then you can see that use code data, include unit tests, include UI tests. In this application we are not going to use that much user interfaces or detailed data is storing in the database, etc. So we don't want to, no need for these kind of options in this two application. So we are just leaving it as for now, but in the coming videos we will definitely discuss these things. Okay, now we click on next. So this is the next important part where you want to save your application. Either you can create a new folder or you can continue with the create one. The system will create it and it will be saved there. Okay, so I want to make a new application where if you want to save on the desktop, you can just on my first iOS app. Okay, I'm naming it. Okay, desktop, provide it and create it. So now the application is almost created. Here you can see the general details of the application. These are the general details, okay, and this is the basic user interface of Xcode. Okay, now I am going to familiar introduce the section by sections of Xcode uh, IDE. So the development environment. So in this, first we will start with the navigation pane. It is called navigation pane. Here you can see the number of files. It is the code file and control files and the storyboard. And this is the here you can see a lot of other functions we will discuss in later on. Okay, so this is your first navigation pane, and other one is, if you look go into more detail, you can see the document controllers and interface builders also. If you click on it, you can see the interface builders, and that is the interface builder. This is the interface builder. Here you are going to build the interfaces. Okay, and this is called document outline. So here you are defining the outline of your user interfaces. Okay, and the next one is the debug area. Debug area will be visible from here. This is the debug area where you can see during the compilation, while you are building your application, you can see the messages over here. This is the debugging area. And there is one more thing that is called utility area. This is the utility area where whenever you add new objects to your storyboard, here it will be displayed over here. Okay, these are the objects, utilities. That means the buttons, all other things that you will need to build the user interface of your application. So let's start with our first application, that is my first iOS app. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to build a user interface for my application. So okay, so I'm searching for a label. Okay, to label. So it is that much easy. You can see that implement a read-only text view. That means the heading of any section. If you're creating multiple pages, you can see I have to give the heading of each page. So this icon, this feature, this is used to provide the label for each section. So I'm just taking it and dragging over the storyboard. That is my first week. Okay, that is almost done. So this is label. Now I want to edit it. So what I can do is I can make over it, and I can go and set here. I can edit it, or either I can edit it over here. So I am editing over here that my name, my first iOS app. Here we go. Now you can see that it is not completely visible here because the width is not sufficient. We can increase it so that it will be visible. Okay, so I'm just making a little bit more changes over here, the punctuations, and okay, so I got, this is our iOS heading. Okay, there it is. Okay, my first iOS app. Now I want to change the font and everything. We can change it over here. Okay, I can see increase the size of the application. As if whenever I increase size, you have to increase the label outline space, then only it will be visible. Otherwise it will contrast. That means it is there, but it will not be visible. For example, if I am increasing, it is there, the text is there, but it is not visible over here because you have to expand it, then only it will be visible. Okay, like this. And I want to change the background color to give more attention to it, so I'm just clicking it. Okay, there go, we got the color. Okay, now I want to give more better color for my application. This is my first nice interface. Okay, if I want to provide some buttons over here to give more, to better attention, I've got it over here. So I'm just taking it click on me. Okay, click on me. Okay, just anything, type whatever you want. This is your first application, just build it better. Okay, so I want to make it white so it will be visible. And as I told you, when you are providing a larger text, you have to increase the width, then only it will be visible. Okay, the button is here and you got it. Click on me. So this is the simplest user interface that we already formed right now, and this is the first thing. Now if we want to go to the code, just click on it. This is the code. So here you can see that we will provide the code here, and we will debug it, and we will build the application. Then it will be displayed on the stimulator, so that we can see how it will be look like on a physical device. Okay, here there are a few more things that I want to show to you. That is, this is the assistant bus. That means you can organize your window, IDE window, for easy programming. Okay, this is the version identifier, because if you are using two versions, that means if you are generating one more program from your previous program, so you can compare it with version 1. This will be version 1, this will be the latest version. And so this is the normal way. I always recommend you to give more space for your program, so you can go more, you will get complete visibility on your coding phase. Okay, and this is the another thing that you have to see. You can coordinate, you can formulate your IDE pens as per your requirement. Okay, we are going to storyboard again. So this is a storyboard. So this is the our canvas. You can increase the size or like this, or increase like this. And the next important thing that you want to make sure that how it will look like. You can select the device from here. Okay, like this. So it will shift the view of the application, how it would look like. So I'm using 8 plus Windows Apple iPhone 8 plus here. So this is the simulator. You can see that a play button like in the iTunes and in the music player. This will build the code and will pass the view to the stimulator, so that it will be displayed. You can see that how the application will look like on a physical device. So I'm just making it a little bit more perfect. And if you want, you can add more features over here. You can find a lot of things over here, but right now we are not going to use anything, because there is no use of these things. But you can make use of this. It is that much easy. Just drag it over here and put it over here. Okay, now we can see that each text items, each blocks that you used in this present canvas is visible over here. You can provide the label name also to identify these things. Okay, it is my first as a click on me and the switch. Okay, you can either provide the label also for this to identify it, because if you're creating more a big application, there will be a lot of object on the user interface, so it will be very difficult to find all of them. So this way you can separately connect them and identify each of them. Okay, here you can provide a image over the click on me button if you want, and you can change the background images also. And in the text, if you want to say change the size of the text, just don't worry, just click on this and you can change the padding. That padding means how far it should be from the top and the left and the right from the bottom. Okay, you can see that when I click on it, it is changing from, see, it is changing from this side. Okay, I am just rearranging it. Okay, if you click on this, it will increase the box size. Okay, it is increased. The box size is increased, decreased, and either you can increase this also. Okay, and you can define the layout margin. We will discuss about these things in detail in the coming videos. So let's build this code and let's see how it will look like on a physical device. Just click on it. So you can see that building the my first application. So it is, the build is succeeded. So the code is already built, created kind of successfully. You can see that the emulator is already running and it is on the background on my phone. I'm just opening it. So this is the first time I'm just opening it in this after the complete restart. So it will take some time to come up, and it will look like this. So this is your emulator and this is your code. So you can place right here and you can avoid this. So this way you can arrange your screen as per your requirement and your convenience to arrange your IT for your to build the comfort code. Okay. Now we are going to build it. Okay, so here you can see that this is the view of my application. If I publish this application to a physical device, you can see this is a button and click on me. This is also a button. This is a heading. There is no movement over here, but I can click on it. This is a button. Okay, I can provide also the backgrounds and outlines to make it more good in the view and attractive. Okay, and this slider we always use to you to select an option or true or false question, something that we may use in your application. Whenever you need it, you can make use of it. So thank you very much for your watching. We will see in the next video, and thank you. This is Hussain signing out from Wellcraze. Thank you.